Hey everyone, welcome to the Powerhouse Affiliate Channel. Today I am super pumped to give you the last month update in my $10,000 a month website case study. I have some exciting news to share with you. Also, this is going to be a very jam-packed video where we're going to talk about lessons learned over the last 6 months of me working on this project. All the things I'm about to show you are going to be very transparent. I'm going to show you the revenues, how much I've earned over the course of this case study, how I am able to get traffic to increase through paid media, social media, SEO, all of those things going to be covered in this. And for anyone looking to start affiliate marketing and who wants to know if this is the real deal, this video is going to definitely show you the realities of affiliate marketing, everything you need to know and consider before you get into this business. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get started. Okay, welcome to the final update of my case study, but trust me, this isn't over. This is just getting started for me, and I'm super pumped to share with you everything that has occurred in the last month. I'm going to show you the revenues, the losses, how much money I earned. Everything is going to be shown here today, and I'm going to have a full case study presentation for you to kind of show you the progress that was made over the course of the last 6 months on this website as an affiliate marketer. For those of you just tuning in, there's an entire playlist. We're going to have it on our blog. We're going to have it in the forum, and I'm going to share it with everybody. And it'll be a good discussion to show you that what we train at Powerhouse Affiliate is in fact working. So here we are inside the update, and this is the last month of the 6-month case study. And basically the steps taken in August. Let's talk about that first. I continued to add more content to the website, and these posts are designed mainly for more so for sales than for traffic. And I'm going to talk about more on that strategy and why it's very important. You're going to see here later how our traffic numbers went down, but the revenues went up. And I'm going to explain that more in a bit. Created 6 long-form YouTube videos for the sales and traffic. That was a strategy talked about in previous videos. Also did our continued email broadcasts every 7 days and continued posting on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Managed Facebook, Google, Bing ads campaigns, created new ads, tested new things, and was able to really drastically increase profits in one of these traffic sources that I'm going to show you here in a minute. Lost 1 Facebook ad account. We were running on 3, or I say we, but again, it's me. I was running 3 ad accounts, and one of them actually, I lost access to it. The password was somehow changed, couldn't get in, and so that one, unfortunately, is a loss. So let's talk about from February to September, the traffic of this website. And this is a graph showing from when I started this campaign back in February. Remember, I got a website, it wasn't doing anything, it had no sales. Basically, it was just a bunch of content, and that was something to work with and start with because I didn't have to do all the work to have this website built, and there was already an established domain. So I bought it for a fairly cheap price. And my goal was to take that from pretty much zero revenue to $10,000 a month. Now you can see over the course of the 6 months that there is some progress here in terms of daily active users. So, and in the last month, we're starting to see a real spike, and this is where it gets exciting, okay? And so when you're starting a campaign or a website or an affiliate marketing business, a lot of people want to see results right here on day one, but sometimes, as you'll see through this case study, it does take time and it takes momentum for you to build a business. And this is where we're at now with this case study. So moving on, you can see from March till August, the source medium changes. So when we started, there was about, in the first month, 4,000 paid search users. I've been able to get that tripled now to about 12,000 in paid search. Those are users. This is a result of being, actively tracking my campaigns, doing all the things that I explain inside the Google Ads Challenge course, where we're tracking, we're making sure we're testing landing pages, testing ads. And you're going to see that even though in August my traffic went down from Google Ads, my revenues went up. That means I'm optimizing my campaigns and making more money with less money. And I'm going to show you those numbers here in a second. But paid search is a big component of this case study, including also our organic as well as social, email, and Facebook. I'm happy to report that this is going in the right direction and it is optimizing over time. So if you want more information on how I run Google Ads specifically, you can watch this YouTube channel, or you can check out the 30-day Google Ads Challenge course down in the description, describing exactly how I set up affiliate campaigns on Google Ads. So here we are in the search console, and I moved my face up to the top because I wanted to describe basically what's happening here in the search console. When we started this campaign, it was back in February, at the end of February, and you can see the impressions were okay here. And then what happened was we had the March update to Google's core algorithm, which messed with SEO. Millions of websites across the world were penalized, including this one. You can see it just went down. Now, we didn't have a lot of traffic anyway, so it wasn't like, oh my God, we lost our entire business. But some businesses did lose their entire business. And as we were continuing, or as I was continuing with my small team on this project, we kept creating content, even though you could see the results were going down. And then, lo and behold, the new update in August brought us back up. And along this case study, we had comments in the YouTube channel as well as on our forum, where if you keep creating content, even though you got penalized, just keep doing what you're doing. You're doing the right thing. You're giving out good information, that eventually there's going to be another update and you might come back. And that's pretty much what it looks like is happening here. Now, of course, we're still in the very small numbers. We were only doing anywhere from 8 to 12 articles per month. The quality of these clicks is what matters. And so again, it's not about the traffic numbers here. It's about what we're actually ranking for and the intent of those people. And I talk about intent also in the Google Ads course, because the search term people are using often defines whether they're going to convert into a customer or not. So don't get wrapped up too much on the total clicks. Think about the total revenue and the total amount of people arriving that are ready to purchase on your site. So moving on. And before we move on to this slide, let me just say, if you like this type of video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. That's all I ask, is that you subscribe, click the like button, help me out in the algorithm. And let's move on now to the Google Ads profit for August. So for Google Ads, I'm super excited to report that I was able to again increase the profits. Now, even though you'll notice in July, my spend was higher than in August, but my revenues in August are higher. So less spend, more revenue. That is a result of optimizing, using tracking software to see the best landing pages, the best ads, the best keywords, killing off things that aren't working, and trying not to ruin the campaign, but slowly scaling. And you can see over the course of this case study that it was a slow scale, but it's still scaling. And that's where I like to go with these campaigns, because eventually I'm not stopping now that I'm done the case study. I'm going to keep going and keep scaling. So you'll notice some things here: limited by target, limited by bid strategy. I already covered that and I talked about it in our course, but basically it's nothing to get too concerned about, but there are a few things you need to maintain every single month to keep these numbers active. Okay, so that's the profit from Google. Next, let's talk about Bing ads. You'll recall, if you were watching this case study, that the first month I ran Bing ads, I lost money. The second month, which was last month, which was July, I was able to break even with Bing ads. And now we're moving into profitability with Bing ads. Now, I haven't had a lot of time, I'll be honest, to go into Bing ads. I guess it's one of the traffic sources that I'm not spending too much time trying to scale. But the things that I did in July are still relevant. And then in August, I tested a new ad, and you'll recall in my last video that I said I was going to set up a new responsive ad. And you can see here that that new ad did in fact beat the old ad with a much higher landing page click-through rate and a better conversion rate. So that new ad is, I guess it's showing you that the more you test, the more you're going to find better ads and better landing pages and better placements. So it's constant testing. And we can see here that the budget is set at about $250 a day right now, using enhanced cost per click bidding. Something else we discussed in the forum was that I started out at target CPA. It didn't do too well. Now we're into enhanced. Maybe we could test switching it back to target now that we have conversions. But these are all things we'll do in the future. Facebook ads is where I really crushed it for August. I pretty much doubled the revenue on Facebook ads. And I even, I was running this on 3 ad accounts. So I was scaling it horizontally versus vertically. And I had it on 3 ad accounts. I lost one of the ad accounts. So I can't show you the picture from here today, but I did calculate the revenue and the cost from that when I figured out these revenue spend numbers today. And so the total revenue from Facebook ads was $16,673. I spent $12,374. Quadrupled my profits from last month to $42.98.98. You can see here the cost per result on this one is $29.65, and this one here is $23.22 cost per result, roughly around the same as what the other one was that lost the account. Now, I didn't lose it for a policy issue. I actually lost access through some type of password mess up, and now I can't get back in, and I can't reset the password because it was on a 2-factor. There's just a whole bunch of stuff going on there. So I can't get in, so I had to kill the credit card, which unfortunately means probably next month, if I don't turn these ones up, I'm gonna have to get it going again on another account or do something drastic here to increase the spend. So I think next month I'm gonna have to really turn it up here. But it's still showing that the difference here, so there's a $6 cost per result difference here, and it's very similar campaigns. This one here on the $23 cost per result is actually using a target CPA or target cost per result. This one here is not. I'm just trying to get as many conversions as possible. So it's getting a little more expensive here, but I'm letting it go anyway. And I'm going to increase the budget slowly again on these Facebook ad campaigns. I typically slowly increase the daily spend. There are different strategies. Of course, you can watch YouTube for days, and everybody has a different strategy on Facebook. I'm going to share inside the Powerhouse Affiliate Forum and courses a new training model around Facebook ads. I still haven't done that yet, but eventually there will be a course coming out on Facebook specifically for affiliate marketers. And I think it'll be very valuable, and I'll show some actual campaign examples in that. So coming down, you can see the profit here of $42.98.98 on this. Next, we're talking social media. So from the start, let's compare 4 social media channels I had on this campaign. We've tested 4, and I'm going to tell you which one wins right at the end of this. I'm going to show you the 4, and then we're going to decide which one you would focus on if you were first starting out. So social media, we have YouTube. YouTube, we got 55,000 views in the last 365 days. We started basically in May. Early May, we started YouTube on this campaign. When I say we, I mean I hired somebody to create videos on social, on these videos are actually shared on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. Same videos, okay, repurposed. And so we got 55,000 views, and you can see here we had 3 of them go viral. So we had a 9,000 here. These are about the same, 7,000, maybe 6,000, who knows. But you can see roughly 3 of those went viral. So we got a nice, decent amount of views, which means we got people to know our brand. That's the key here, and that's the purpose of these videos for the most part is branding. We'd like to get traffic, of course, but you'll notice that over the course of this 6 months, a lot of searches on our search console are now for the brand. So people are seeing these videos, then they're going to Google and searching the brand, and then they're coming to our website. So that's why I am going to make sure we continue doing this, and I'm going to do it outright by hiring somebody full-time to do it. Next, we have TikTok. We have 13,000 video views, almost 14,000 video views over the course of this case study. So 13,000 views versus 54,000 views. So I'm thinking if you were to compare TikTok and YouTube in this case, YouTube did win on the YouTube Shorts. Next, we have Facebook, just page posts. When we post blogs, they're automatically shared to the Facebook page using a plugin called Blog to Social. I talked about that in previous videos, where you can see now we're starting to pick up in August We had a spike here on the Facebook reach. I'm not sure exactly what caused that. We did post more content in July. That could be it, July through August, but then it dropped back down. But anyway, regardless of that, we have about 7.6 thousand in reach for the course of this case study, just through the automation of our blog posts going directly to social media. Nothing else being done on Facebook. Instagram, we have 21,000.2 reach for Instagram. Again, same videos we're using on TikTok and YouTube and Instagram, and plus posting more images and stuff like that on Instagram for a reach of 21,213. So this is all organic. None of this is paid. And so comparing those four, I would say YouTube wins in this case. But it doesn't mean I'm going to stop doing all four. But just keep that in mind. If you're getting started and you're going to start doing social media for your campaigns, that maybe you consider which ones will get the most traction first. And hopefully this case study helps you with that in understanding what you can expect through daily posting, or at least 3 to 4 times per week posting on social media. Email, we are over 10,000. I mentioned that last video. I think we're up to around 12,000 subscribers now on the email list, because we are implementing a hack, we'll say, in collecting emails as well through these campaigns that I had mentioned, I believe, in another video. But basically, we're using the pop under approach on this one. So we are getting email subscribers in addition to the conversions. So the campaigns are staying profitable on the front end, while at the same time we're implementing a pop under. So completed, this kind of a repeat, 1 email broadcast, blah, 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 blah. I said all of this already, but we paid the social media $312 for social media posting, and writers were $192.50. So what I'm going to try and do here now is show you the revenue and profit numbers, and then we're going to talk about my next steps and what we've learned over the course of this entire case study. So let's go into now the Powerhouse Affiliate Forum, and you can see that we have a discussion here. I have it at the top, and you can come into the discussion, and I've updated the numbers on the traffic, and you can see here I've updated constantly over the course of this case study. So in August, we have some information here that's kind of, I would say, somewhat shocking, but at the same time, it's great for me because I've made more money. So basically, the authority score, as you can see, was going up constantly throughout this, which I had already talked about before. I didn't really care about what the authority score, because I don't really believe in what it means, we'll say. But it's funny that in August, after that update from Google, that SEMrush now says my authority score is 3, while at the same time, my impressions went up in the same time. So it's very interesting, and it gives you insight as to what you believe in some of these tools from time to time, and what you focus on as what is truly important. And what's truly important here is not your authority score. It's the amount of high intent users coming to your website that are going to convert into revenue. Okay. So you can see that the conversions, you can see that the organic search has still remained steady. It went up a little bit in August, and I believe we're going to see these numbers again in September, and we're going to be going up higher and higher now that we've seen some early results from the new update in August. That I am getting rewarded for the new content, as well as all the old content that got us penalized is now gone. And so that is why I have the theory that in the remaining months coming forward, we're going to see some better results. Direct traffic is about the same. We're getting the same amount of people pretty much, but a much bigger increase than from when we started. So this direct traffic has a lot to do with people typing in our domain name by seeing our brand, seeing the social media content, or just basically coming through other links, maybe perhaps through email. But direct traffic has been a good amount of traffic, and these are people that are converting. Paid search, we went down this month, but as you could see, we actually had an increase in revenue. So it's not about, again, the amount of users, it's about the quality of the traffic. Next, organic social, down a bit. We haven't really had any consistent growth in organic social, but some of these bigger numbers are a result of being viral. So if you can create more viral content, you're going to get better amounts of traffic, not necessarily high converting traffic. So here's the revenue numbers, and I'm very happy to say that I did reach the goal of $10,000. I am actually at $12,940 in profit for August, and I'm super excited to be able to share that because I wasn't sure I was going to be able to do it, but thankfully the Facebook ads really helped me out on this one, and also the decrease in spend on Google ads and the increase in revenue. So I'm going to factor that into optimizing, and as well help from the Google algorithm finally getting enough data to say, hey, look, we now have enough conversion data for the last few months that we can really get you some good profits. And I believe that has a lot to do with the fact that we are now above 10,000 in profit. Now that might drop down, I'm going to be honest, in September because of the fact that I lost one of the Facebook accounts, but I'm not going to let that take the wind out of my sails here. I'm super pumped to be able to say that I was able to accomplish that. We're going to talk about all the lessons learned here in a second, and as well as what I'm going to be doing next. But the total profit since we started now is at $37,715 US from the start of this campaign and the start of this case study. So I'm really pumped about that. So let's now go back to the presentation and talk about what are the lessons learned over the last 6 months, and then we're going to finish with one more slide on what I am going to do next. Okay, lessons learned. The biggest thing about this right now, the biggest lesson that we have all learned, in my opinion, is that quality is better than quantity of traffic. I know traffic is one of those metrics that we think is like almost like a vanity metric, that the more traffic we get, the better the website is. But really, it's about the intent of these people. It's about the quality of searches they're doing and what exactly are we giving them when they arrive. Are we giving them a solution to their problems, or are we giving them a product that they truly need? So that's what you need to focus on when creating and building your affiliate business, is quality of traffic versus quantity. So I've said it even in previous videos, we're not just creating content anymore to just create content. Don't just create content for the sake of trying to get ranked and trying to be on the page 1 of Google. You need to really focus on the intent of these people. Next, multi-channel strategy is what we're working on here. And this is what's going to build the value of this website. Eventually, this website is going to be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions, if I continue building that brand, continue building social media channels, having multiple thousands or tens of thousands of followers, views. People will know the brand, people will come, and you'll start to see that brand being searched in Google, page 1, number 1, every single time. And that is the purpose of this multi-channel strategy. While we're not seeing huge results in SEO right now, we are seeing email revenues, we are seeing SEO revenue, we're seeing ad revenue from this website, multiple different ways of monetizing it. We're building a list all through the multi-channel approach that exactly I am using here in this case study, and we teach at powerhouseaffiliate.com. Goals and tracking. This is huge. I set the goal of $10,000 a month, and if you don't have a goal and you're not trying to match your goals or reach those goals, then you're kind of just riding blind, especially if you're not tracking anything. That is why it's extremely important to set goals, track what's happening, see where you're getting results, justify the expenses you're making, and this will make it much easier to continue forward while you're trying to build this business or this entity online. SEO Google core updates. So let's just talk SEO, search engine optimization versus media buying. As we know, SEO is a long game. It's something that we have to continue working on constantly, but we can hire out and we can have people do it for us. The real money in this campaign and in this case study was really made through media buying. But that doesn't mean I'm going to stop doing SEO. SEO is going to eventually take over when the campaigns start to die, the SEO is going to be that piece that continues forward. And so it's something that we have to continue building. And we have to keep in mind that in between core updates, we might experience lulls and we might experience booms, and we don't know what's going to happen. But if we continue to do the things that you're supposed to do in SEO by providing good information, researched information, backlinks to your content or internal backlinking, all the technical things you should be doing on your website can all be done and explained through YouTube or courses, or just go to places like SEMrush, use their tools, and check out some of the things they recommend us to do on our websites. Next, Microsoft Bing Ads, I learned that the audience network is really starting to eat up a lot of the traffic, and the quality is starting to really go down. And it's too bad that they got greedy and put audience network into search networks. And now you have to kind of constantly be working at it, which is why you're not seeing my high revenue numbers on Bing Ads, because I really don't want to just keep being like a pigeon and going into my tracking and blocking all these traffic sources. I still believe it's a good traffic source for newbies starting out. But overall, Microsoft Ads became a challenge here, so I'm not going to focus too much on it. Facebook ads really picked up in the last month, and the scaling style that I like is the horizontal scaling versus vertical scaling, meaning yes, we can go into our account, we can crank the budget to $10,000 a day, but you do that in one account, and well, first of all, most people will get flagged as soon as they jack their budget, just because Google or Facebook doesn't necessarily like that sometimes. Now, if you have a historical account, you've got lots of spend, you got an agency account, fine, crank it up. For the most part, I like to scale horizontally, meaning either multiple campaigns, multiple ad sets, or multiple accounts. And that to me is an easier way, because there's often a sweet spot in Facebook ads where as soon as you go over a certain amount of spend, the results start to get a little inconsistent. So at the lower spend levels, it seems to be working for this campaign. So I'm going to keep doing that, and I'm going to be scaling it horizontally. Google Ads, I just love Google Ads, okay? And it's where I spend most of my time, focusing on the intent of the users, giving them exactly what they're searching for, spying on what others are doing using the tools that I have. And really, I'm going to be continuing to scale Google Ads here and really looking at my competitors through the insights. I'm going to be testing new experiments with the bidding strategies, and going to be really opening up some new ad groups as we move forward in this. Lastly, I want to talk about social media and direct traffic branding. This is a big thing, and you can see through the YouTube channel, the TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, that over time, as you consistently build more social media presence, people are going to know your brand. They're going to come to Google. They're going to search. Google's going to see the traffic coming from social media. They're going to reward you with social signals. All of this is what helps build your business. Okay, so it's going to be continued. Definitely going to be doing more social media. So what's next? What am I going to be doing after this case study? Well, I'm going to be setting new goals. We've hit the $10,000 a month goal. My next goal is $20,000 a month. I'm going to be doing that. Maybe in a few months' time, I'll provide another update on this. I'm going to stop the monthly updates on this case study. I think I've done my job in showing the realities of affiliate marketing, but I am setting new goals, and I am not quitting on this project. Next, we have to scale to other traffic sources, and I've already started meetings with Google, and I'm also considering TikTok, and I have some meetings with ad reps there as well, where we're going to move into some real good video ad campaigns for this. And I think that's really going to take us to the 20, 30, 40,000, 50,000 a month profit on these types of campaigns, on this specific campaign that I'm running. And I think that's the way we're going to get there. Next, I'm going to be completely outsourcing content and social media. So right now, I'm kind of reviewing all the content and making sure it's linking to the right stuff. But for 6 months now, I've been training people to do it. And now I believe I'm at the point now where I can completely make this 100% hands off. So I'm just going to say, this is how many posts we need. This is how many social media videos I want, blah, 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 and just leave it with them. And then report back to me every week where we're at, what we're doing. And I will not be doing anything, which that was taking a lot of time, me reviewing and kind of training people to do it. So once you get to a point there should be a point when you can be the one that walks away and let this run on its own. And that's where we're at now, at least in the SEO side of things. Now, for the paid media side, I'm going to still remain the main one managing that, because that's where my specialty really lies. I'm going to continue with the list building. However, for this one, I'm going to outsource the list revenue generation. So you can see that over the last 3 months, we're about the same, around $1,000 a month in revenue from the email list. I really think that if I hire somebody to manage this better and kind of manage the maintenance of that email list, that takes time. You have to get rid of all the people that aren't opening, and you have to test and tweak and try new headlines, all that stuff. That's a lot of work. And it's a lot of work for one person, especially when I have multiple other projects on the go. This isn't my only project here, by the way. This is just a case study. So I'm going to outsource that completely 100% hands off on their list revenue generation. And that'll be the next step. So that is it. That is where we're going. If you have questions, comments, you want to discuss this in detail, come to the Powerhouse Affiliate Forum, post your comments. Tell me what you found interesting about this case study, what maybe inspired you or what maybe demotivated you. Is there anything that you want to talk about? Please post your comments. Hope you liked that, and thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.